All right, good evening and welcome to the end of week review for this week. And this week we finished up with 23. So we're still in quarter two. So week 23 of quarter two. So we are just right here. So we just finished the very first week of June. So this week is very interesting. It's the first trading week of June. It's fully 5 trading day. And June is the last month of quarter two. So 3 more weeks. So 1, 2, 3. We will finish quarter two, which is 26 right there. So one quarter is 13 weeks. So we go by 52 weeks a year for trading. So that's how the business go. For this week, we are in a very interesting week. The very high breaking news released today, Friday, which is a non-farm payroll. So the non-farm payroll is the event where it set up the tune for the month, right? For the open of the month. And then at the end of the month, we're gonna see go back one more. So the first week of the month or first Friday, we have non-farm payroll. And the second week or the middle of the month, we had a CPI data, and then we have coupled that with FOMC meeting. Some month they do, but some month they doesn't have fast meeting. And then we close off the week with not a week, but a month with GDP data. Right, we GDP data. Yep. So we just trade around that event, which will be good enough. We don't have to chase every day or every move. That's what we learn, and we learn in a very hard way right there. So this week we have a non-farm payroll, and looking to the Fed meeting, like we say, is gonna be middle of June right there. So let's see, middle of June. Yes, so right there. So Tuesday at 2 and 2:30 p.m. we're gonna see a huge move in the markets. It set the tone for the rally in summer or the sell-off summer. Not really the rally in summer. The sell-off may be happening in March or in October. Other than that, it rally. Alright, so go to this week. Let's see how we open this week. Let's look at the chart. Here's our screenshot we take at on Monday. Right, we took this screenshot at June the 2nd, Monday at 6:35 Central Time right there. So it's open just like that. That is the week. Right, weekly time frame on the left is a monthly time frame. So normally we anticipate, okay, so on the monthly we thought that, okay, you see that there, you see the fellow gap. So basically it's gonna go retest the fellow gap and then boom, it will reverse that we anticipate. So at least it's gonna be test at the level 58.48, which is right here. That's what we anticipate. But it did not happen. It just flip and go the opposite direction. Or let's look at the daily. Yeah, the daily didn't tell clearly where they're gonna go, but we know the expansion, retracement, and then consolidate right here. So but we can see that on the daily right there, this is the Monday. Yeah, we check this on Monday, June the 2nd. So basically you see that level right here, it tests how many times? One, right? This one's supposed to be boom, break it, but did not break it. And this one, try one more time and did not break it. And the Friday before that, it just reverse direction and go ups and go up right there. So we may anticipate, all right, it can reverse, right? It can reverse on Monday, right? It can reverse right there, but on Monday, here's what we have on Monday. Yeah, we check because sim chart on Monday. Monday it's a 50-minute time frame. So it looked like it reversed, right, for Friday. But at the end of the day, a different story happened. At the end of the day, we're gonna see, yeah, end of day. Right here, that is our end of days. Basically, we see at 9:30 right there. Look at the open range at 18 hour right there. As soon as it break through that, it reverts, and then boom, it's rallied from there. So basically it flip up 10. This one start. When look on if we look at the tape, we can see this one really flip. After that flip, boom, it keep rallying. We did not trade on Monday. Let's look at the recording. It's very interesting. So here's our recording, and let's see. All right, let's see if we can make it move fast. Yes, right there. We just want it to be, yeah, you see that? Now let's go right here, go back right there. We want to see the perfect moment. Just stop right there. So what do we see? So we see the 9:30 swing, and then boom, it reversed. It would likely, we anticipate gonna be likely a Judah swing, right? We want it to be Judah swing. In order to be a Judah swing, we want it to something like this. If it happened to be a Judah swing, then we want something like this. You don't want this to be here. basically, yeah, I mean the London go down. So we wanted you to swing if the 930, not right here, but in the pre-market before 930, it keep going down, okay? And then at 930, it's go down here, it close, it take out the south side liquidity here, take the low right there, then boom, it's reversed, and that is the scenario for you to swing. That's the buy side right there. Another scenario for you to swing 930 is that this one, the London should not be here. The London should be up here. So basically the London should be up here. And then boom, 930, you have a euro swing up here, break, take out the Friday PM or Friday high in both London, and boom, then you have the expansion to the outside right there. But in this case, both that scenarios not happen. So we do see the swing at 930. You see that's the open range right there for the thing. Beautiful right there. That's a gap down, and then boom, as soon as it closes up, it going down. So if we follow this move, you still have a very decent. However, right here you don't have much setup, right? The setup that we are really looking for. Yeah, here the setup or the framework we build to trade in both scenarios, which is reversal or continuation. For reversal, we go with type 1 right here on the left. For continuation, it's gonna be on the right. Type 2 is for breakout. So basically, we want to allow us break and touch from below and reverse, break and touch from above and reverse. For type 2, it touch first, it break and reverse. So in this, we don't see this the setup after the 930 swing. We don't see it that. So we could not blame ourselves not taking this trade anyway. Very interesting right there. So, but if we take the trade, we just go with small side. If we take a trade, but for Monday we're so busy, we don't have time to take the trade. We have other business to do, so we don't have time to take a trade. But we still do the review to keep our passion or our this is the business for us, but the hustle business is a side business for us. Yeah, we have to do all the business to make money right now. Trade is not can make any money for us. Trade right now is it's like investment for us right now. So that is our story right there. But an idea that if we take the trade right here, then we're gonna put our buy stop right here. Just go up here, then boom, it reverses. And right here, it looked like it's gonna break the level, but that look like in the retest rate. So look at the timestamp, it's like 2 minutes into 10. It looks so convinced that it's gonna break the level. It's gonna break the level. Look at the daily time frame. we show earlier. So right there. So we thought that it gonna break. Yeah, it gonna break this level. You see that it opened and then boom, it go down. We thought it gonna break that level. We thought it gonna break that level if we look on. Yeah, the level from either Friday. Yeah, that level right there. Is that right? That level right there. PM. Let's see what the level right here. So it around 50. Yeah, go look at the real chart to see what the level for this one. Look at the 15 minutes. Okay, so we have it here. Is that right? Yeah, we have it here. Yes, Friday. Hold on, this is the recording. Go into the 15-minute chart. Yeah. Yes, so on Monday we thought that, you see that the level we thought it gonna break the level. We thought that it gonna break level, but it's flipped. And right here, this level too, we thought that this level gonna break because this level is on the daily time frame. It did level, right? We thought that it's test one, break, test 1, 2, 3, boom. We thought they gonna break it, but it did not. You see that? It did break it at 9:45, and then we thought that it gonna follow up, but it did not. You see that? We thought that it gonna follow that level. It did break this level, okay? We thought follow up, but boom, it flipped. It flipped. Let's look at the flip right here. Yeah, you see that flip right there? Yes, just less than 2 minutes you start to see the flip right there. Right, let's roll the tape a little bit faster. Yeah, the first 5 minutes is very hard to trade. You see that? If you chase and short into this candle, you got a big trouble right there. You get kicked out. You see that? So just the 7 minutes it start flipping already. That's mean a lot of buyer going and buying. So that's what happened. Yeah, it flipped back again and boom. 12 minutes into the candle and then boom. Yep. Boom, you have it. The good thing right here, we don't have any so-called candle average expansion. Maybe this candle. Let's see how it's behaved right here. Wow, it breaks real hard. So if you have some kind of consolidation after this candle high, the high of the candle, then you have scenario that it's gonna make a neck leg down, but in this case it's so strong. See that? It not even bother around this level. So you can see that yep. Yeah, it's yeah, whenever you see a huge gap right here after this, right after the first down move, and you see the candle after expansion like this, it break this level very strong and it stay up there, then don't ever try to short them. Yeah, right here it look a little bit attractive, but let's see. Yeah, yeah, so it's just retracement right there. And this move, wow, we don't see any huge. Maybe if you mark this, uh, if you mark this candle, you may see some setup right here. If you mark the candle right, you may see some setup right here. So the setup is right here. If you see that, you can see that little bit setup right there. If it's not clear, is that right? Yep. Or you can do this level. Then you have some scenario right here. You see that? So it breaks test from below and then reverse. Yes. So you have a real setup right here for long, but you have to see the flip right here, because sometimes you see test from above level, you may got a little bit you know, answers to go along right here. But if you look at that level, it gives us some signal right there. Right? It breaks that from below and reverse. That is type 1 reversal. Break that from below and reverse. That's type 1 reversal right here. Break test from below and reverse. Right? In this case, the test from below is very tricky because it's also have a very long wick in the bottom. We don't want to see that. In our setup, we want to be very little bit, wick right here. We don't want too long wick, because the long wick is the one signal that there is some cells are really still left over. That's what we interpret. But in this case, it did not happen. Maybe in this case, because it's up close candle, that could be the reason. But right here we have a real shape right there. If we're not so sure, then just go with a small sign. Break that from below and reverse right there. That's the type 1, which is reversal right here. And like we say, the type 1 is happening reversal. So yeah, we may have to set up right there on Monday. Let's do the document right here. Where our Monday right here. Yeah, so the real setup is right here. The level is not really so clear, right? We would love to see the key level here, but if you want to take the trade, then go with just a a small sign, but that do a setup right here. You either do the level or this level. Yeah, let's say this is a big candle, right? So let's use the level right here. So we have break, touch from below, and reverse right there. Keep in mind this open range right here at opening of the week and also of Monday. So it's right around that area when it break below that area right there. Yeah, well, you can call maybe that's the demand, right? Demand supply concept. It's demand. That means people got jumping and buy right away. Yeah, so give it some. $10, right? And it flipped at 10 right there. Basic that's it is, and here's it at 9:30. So give it a time frame at 9:30. Yeah, we do have a setup. Alright, let's take screenshot at this and hold on. So basically we have that level. Alright, we have three move right here. So very step we have is break, and the second step we have is test from below. In this case, the test from below is have a very long width, very long. It's very special right there. Bottom weak right there, weak, and then you break it. And Yeah, is that wonderful? Beautiful setup, right? Beautiful setup. Then we have a name for this. It's a 4 breakout type 1. In this case, it's a reversal. So reversal at yeah. It's not really completely obvious that it's a reversal, but let's go for that for now, because in this case not obvious. It's okay. You have break, you have test from below, and then you have reversal, reverse. So that's the whole idea right there. Yeah, actually, this one really flipped right there. Should know that 10. Basically, the flip happened at 10, 0. Well, that's how it is. Alright. Let's save it for now. Alright, we just save it. So it's the beautiful setup for Monday. That's right. That's the Monday gift to us right there. And the flip is 10 right there. So next time, if we see something like we will take this straight, even though the test from below is a little bit deviate from our framework. We want the test from below perfect like this. But if it does not perfect like this, it presents itself at this scenario, and if we watch in real time, we see the really flip right there. The first 2 minutes of this candle at 10, it really go down real hard. If you remember that, it go down real hard. Then when it flips, then it gives us a very convincing, very high property setup. Maybe when we do this afterward, we don't see it, but in the real time, it gives us a very convincing setup. That is the magic that we try to say right there. So where is the flip? Oh yeah, we want to see the flip. That's the whole idea. Where is our flip? Right here. Yeah, perfect. That's the flip we're talking about. If we watch on the real time, then we see how that information value to give us the confidence to take the trade, even though the test flow candle really deviate from our setup. Yes, so I think we need to add this into our chart right there. So this basics we come up with. So we put the two screenshots together to give us clear that at 9, at 10 it looks so convincing that it's gonna be sell off. We're gonna go and take this sell side equity, but it flipped, and when it flipped, it presents us a beautiful setup right here, which is 4 breakout type 1. Brakes, touch front below and reverse. That's it. That is a beautiful setup for Monday. Just take one tray like that, then you will be good for the whole week right there. Anyway, we are spent 35 minutes just for Monday. Then we have 4 more days to cover. Okay, the second half of the time, we're gonna rush to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. By the way, on Wednesday we lost our recording. Not really lost in the sense that we lost in the sense that somehow we forgot to turn on our recording for Wednesday, so we only have 4 recordings for this week. Yeah, we only have 4 of them. Is that amazing? Alright, so now go to Tuesday. Go to Tuesday. So on the Tuesday, we look at the beginning of a Tuesday. So we see that maybe a short setup right there. We see that expansion, retracement right there, and then it's gonna be a fake move, right? Expansion, and then boom, reverse. So that's what we have in mind when we see this early in the morning on Tuesday at 6:42. So that's what we thought they're gonna reverse. We thought Wednesday that the day gonna reverse. Let's see if that's the case. Yeah, look like that, right? It go down and it take London, take the Monday low right there. The Monday PM low. Right? So we thought they're gonna be a reverse, but it not. But it turned out it's not a reverse day. In order to do well, in an ideal scenario, we want something like this. We want something in the ideal scenario, we want something like this. We want that it's just stay right there for London, and then the whole pre-market stay there. Then boom, we have a Euro swing 9:30, and then boom, it just reversed from there. That's what we want. But in this case, it did not happen like that. So right at the open, it's already soft, and London already take the low. So that means this may not be a reversal day, right? First day you wanted something like this, it will be better for you to place it. So don't try to go short. So that's the lesson we learned right there. So let's see what the end of the day. See, at the end of just happened like that. We do have an entry right here at 9:30. You see the swing. Yep. It could be. It can be Euro swing up here, right the buy side, and then boom, it is reversed. That can be a scenario also, but this scenario is the most powerful one because the market gonna consolidate a lot of liquidity, and then boom, it go rapidly. But if that's not the case, then here's what happened. It's not a reversal day. It continues. So the Wednesday, the Tuesday, and the Monday continue to rally. So let's see what can we go in here. Yeah, we don't have much setup, do we? Look carefully. We see any setup around 9:30 up to 9:30. Let's see if we watch the recording. That will help us to see things better. So here's the recording on Monday. Excuses is on Tuesday. Yeah. Is that right? Yep. So we have a little bit right here at 8:45. Is that right? 8:45. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna have a huge down move, but it did not happen. And then 48. So 9:30. Let's see. It's 9:30. How the 9:30 look? Yeah, that's the 9:30. Okay. So the 9:30 is very tricky right there. Oh, last 3 minutes. So now we see that let's go to the 10. Okay, so right here, go right here. All right, so let's stop right here. What do we see? All right, we see that the 9:30 is close above the open 18s, and we don't see the Judah swing right here. We don't see the liquidity sweep. So don't short here. It look like good short, but don't short here, because you really want to see a quick liquidity sweep so you can enter a short. But if it did not happen, then your game plan needs to be changed. Right? If you want to play Judah swing, then the 9:30 right here, you want it to be something like this. Yes. Huge move, right? He moved right there and sweep the Judah from there, and then the next move is gonna be reverse, and then you have a next move, so that's a huge expansion right there. So if you want to go short and wait for that setup, but in this case it's not. It looked very attempted to go short, but that's not the case. Let roll the tape to see what happened next. You see, the minute you go short, it can really turn against you right there. You see that? So don't go short. It look like short, but do not short them in this case. So in this case, the flip happened at 10, and after that you see that the market keep moving up after this. So we already have the screenshot right here. So you see the flip right there. That is the flip. The flip really happened at 10. All right, the flip right here is at 10, my friend. Yes, that's the flip. At 10:08, exactly after 10:08, 10 at 10. Start from 10:08 is start flip. So that's an idea for a trade there. You don't want to short right here, even though it look attractive, but look, there's no liquidity sweep right there. So this move is just a retracement, and boom, it's gonna continue. Yeah, if you want to go short, like we say earlier, wait for the sweep and short. But in this case, it is, yeah, this sweep. Let's see what happened next right here. Let's see what happened next right here. Let's say we go short. It's not a pleasant feeling. Yep. Yeah. So you go short, you're gonna get, even though it ripped right there, but don't go short. So the time is also the key. You want is at 9:30, it swing, and then boom, it reverses. But if that's not for 9:30, then be careful right here, because it's not always the case that when this liquidity sweep, it will reverse. You have to apply another, we have to apply another factor in here, which is the time. The time is the key right there. Yes, in this case, yeah, let's take screenshot also. So it's very interesting right there. So if you look carefully, you thought that, all right, this is the liquidity sweep, or we have another name for Euro swing. In this case, a swing, and then you have a test from above. Then the 1045 is supposed to be reversed. That's it right here. That is the setup for the short setup right here. Thus we anticipate a 4 breakout type 1 right here. Break, type from below, and reverse. Break, type number, but at 9:45 it flipped. It did not happen. You see how the 9:45 play out right here is very critical. You see that? Let's go back. Go back right here. 45, go back. 44, right? And then you go to 45. Yes. So stop right here. What do you think? Wow, you think that gonna be, wow, it's gonna be a short setup, don't you think? Yeah, it's likely we're gonna attempt to short right here, because we thought that gonna be break, type from below, and reverse. Very attempted. Yeah, very attempted right there. very attempted to short right there, but it turned out like that, just like that. You see that? It turned out just like that. Yeah, let take that screenshot and put together. Let's take the screenshot and but we need to, yeah, just stop right here at 45 exactly. Does it look like a short setup? It does. It looks so perfect for a short setup. Who would thought that it flipped, but it did flip. That's where the tragic happened. If we take the trade long right here, I mean short right here, we pay for that. Okay, so here we put it together. You see that at 10, actually 45, it's not 15. We need to fit this. All right, we just fix this right there. It's 45. So right here, what we see that here is break, touch from below, and you're gonna reverse. That's type 1 right there. 4 breakout type 1. 4 breakout type 1 right there. It breaks, touch from below, above, and reverse. But in this case, it did not. You believe it? It did not happen. Just got, instead of reverse, it flip, it invalidate. See right there, it flip, it continues to go up. Yes. All right, so that's for the Tuesday, and now we go to, we have 8 more minutes. I go quick to Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right, here's our screenshot when we take on Wednesday, June 4. So after 2 days, Tuesday, so basically the Tuesday is really flipped, right? We thought it gonna be reversed, but it did not. It flipped. And then it's very interesting. We see the Wednesday is open up high right there. That is the daily beginning of the day, and here's this. Wow, we see like this. We see that what do we have in mind? It's a perfect setup for you to swing. Thinking about that, it's a perfect setup for you to swing. Here's how you to swing in this case. Yes, it's a perfect setup for you to swing. Here's the Yuta swing. So we check the screenshot. So we anticipate that if a Yuta swing happen, then at 9:30, you see that all the liquidity build up right here, and 9:30, boom, it go up and raise all of that, and then boom, it's reversed. So that's the Yuta swing we anticipate when we open this chart, early on Wednesday. That's right, on early Wednesday we see that. We say, wow, that. Right, if you look in the daily, you don't see that. You see, oh, maybe it continue. But if you look in 15 minutes, you can see that maybe this is the possibility. So that's what we anticipate right there. That's what we anticipate. Let's see how it's played out on Wednesday. By the way, like we mentioned earlier, we didn't recall on Wednesday. Oh yeah, you see that? At 9:30, it did make a sweep right there, but it not really at all, because the this candle at 9:30, right? 9:15. Let me go to the charts much faster instead of we have to count backward to see what the time for that candle. Also right here, that is the candle at 18:15. It takes out a lot of liquidity at 9:30 right there. If it's not, then we can see that Euro swing at 9:30, but it did not. But the 9:30 also is not really a huge Euro swing. The Euro swing, we want some kind of candle, has to be solid expansion right there. So we anticipate a 9:30 Euro swing did not happen. It looked like, but if you look at the 8:15, you see that it takes out a lot of liquidity. Basically, it takes out lots of wings, right? A lot of wings out of 9:30, so 9:30 will not qualify itself of a Euro swing. So don't take a short. You make success right there, but it's come back right away. It's not a good run. But basically, the whole Monday, it looked like a very consolidated day right there. Not Monday, but Tuesday. So Tuesday is the midweek run. Normally it's a very good run, but in this way it's not. Then you back the next day. Look at the Thursday. It really swing. It really move right here on Wednesday. On Thursday. So the big move this week is on Thursday. On Friday, right here, you have a CPI data come out, not CPI, non-farm payroll, but it's very hard to trade. Yeah, 9:15. Oh wow, 9:30. Then you can see that look for reversal. Remember the non-farm payroll. If you see that the first move at 8:30, always compare the 8:30 and the 9:30. If both of them continue to expansion and you see the liquidity sweep right here, then get ready for a short setup, because it will reverse, because there's no way it can continue to expansion, because there's no liquidity there, so it's have to reverse back to get more liquidity, because there's no one buy up there. A high of it 59.85. So you have a decent setup on Friday, which is today. Hold on. What the high of this candle again? 1650. 50. Yes. You see that the beautiful setup. That's exactly we need for Euro swing. That's quantified Euro swing right there. Especially you see that the 9:30 right here. Ooh, 8:30 non-farm payroll. $830 non-farm payroll right there. And then right here you have 8:45. And the 9:30 is the Euro swing. This is a perfect 930 euro swing. Yeah, see that? And it's perfect fit with our setup. Break start from below and reverse. You could not for better set than this. Let's do some break up for this. Basically you have break, you have test from below, and a test from above, and then you reverse. Yeah. We don't have much, real estate right there, but we try our best to make it look clear, right? Break. Test from above, and then twist that we have reverse. Man, for breakout type 1. Right there. Exactly, reversal. And that is, in this case, reversal at at 10. Is that right? So 930, 45, yeah, at 10 right there. And notice that the break is a euro swing. Remember the day before we anticipated euro swing, but it did not happen. And we anticipated euro swing on Wednesday, it did not happen. But here on Friday, we do have that happen. Beautiful shelf. She couldn't ask for better than this one. You have everything in here. Layout. You remember on Wednesday, we want to see euro swing on Wednesday, but it did not happen. Yeah, go back to the chart, you will see that. Yeah, right here, we anticipate a euro swing because you see the line up there clearly, but it did not happen. It did sweep a little bit, but it did not really going down. You want a very decisive, like this one, and then you have this signal, boom, beautiful, right there. All right, that's it. We run out of time. Thank you for your time and interest. We're always grateful for this opportunity, and we do what we love. Then success coming our way, day by day, little by little. In every way, we're getting better and better.